Hello, I got the video made. This is scientific notation 1-4. Now, scientific notation is what scientists use to write really, really big numbers or really, really small numbers. And then standard form is how we write normal numbers. So, you can switch back and forth. This number, 5.2 times 10 to the 7th, is written in scientific notation. This is the same number in standard form. This number is written in scientific notation. And this is the same number in standard form. Okay, to write a number from standard form into scientific notation, this is what you do. Okay, you look at the number. Here's the number, 36,000. You take the first digit, write it down. Put the decimal behind it. Always the first digit. You don't ever write 2 digits down and then put the decimal. It's always 1 digit and the decimal. Then you write the 6 down. Then you don't even write the zeros down because since they're on this side, we're just going to let them drop off. Then you put times with a regular time sign. And then you always put 10. And then you count. How far was it from where you put the decimal to the end of the original number? Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So that's a 4. That's how you write something from standard form and put it into scientific notation. Here's another one. The next one is 42,300. So the first thing you do is you write down the first number, put a decimal. Then you put the other numbers, the 2 and the 3, and you drop off the end zeros. Then you put a time sign, the number 10, and then you count from where you put the decimal to the end of the number, and you say that's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. That's 10 to the 4th. That's writing in scientific notation. Okay, here's some problems to practice. You change these 3 numbers from standard form to scientific form, to scientific notation, and then turn the video back on so that you can see if you got them right. Okay, here are the answers. When you change this first one, this one here, to scientific notation, remember you write the first number down, put your decimal, put the next numbers, and you can drop off the end zeros. Only the end zeros. Notice I didn't drop this 0 off. And then you put the time sign, and the way you know it's 10 to the 5th is you count from where you put the decimal to the end of the number. That's 5 spaces. Okay, same thing with this one. Write the first number down, put the decimal point, put the other number. You can drop the 0 off, count. 1, 2 times 10 to the 2nd. The last one, when you put the decimal in here and count to the end of the number, you get 6. So that's times 10 to the 6th. 4.8 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, now we went from standard form to scientific notation. Now, sometimes it's going to ask us to go from scientific notation to standard form. So that's really easy too. Look at the first problem. 5.3 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay, write the 5 down, write the 3 down, and take that decimal and move it 3 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3. The new decimal's here. That's a 0 and a 0. So the answer is 5,300. Okay, look at the 8 times 10 to the 4th. Write the 8 down. Where's the decimal in the number 8? It's right after it. Decimals are always to the right of the number. So put the decimal in and move it 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your new decimal. Fill in your zeros. And that is 80,000. That's that answer. Okay, look at the next one. 9 times 10 to the 2nd. That's the whole number 9. There's the decimal. I need to move 2 spaces because of the 2. So 1, 2, fill in with zeros. That's 900. Okay, And the last one, 4.82 times 10 to the 5th. 4.82, 10 to the 5th. The 5th means move it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And fill in with zeros. Then you got to rewrite it. 4, 8, 2, 0, 0, 0. My last 0 is not wanting to print on my screen. So I'll go over here. 4, 8, 2, 0, 0, 0. Now, you can't leave it like this because there's a decimal right there. If you leave it like that, I'm going to mark it wrong. You have to rewrite it where it actually looks like the real number. Okay, here are 3 problems for you to practice. So, get out some paper, write them down, turn off the video, pause it, and then after you work the problems, see if you got what I got. You're changing from scientific notation to standard form. Okay, here's the answers. For the first one, the decimal was here, in between the 4 and the 8. This is a 4, so we need 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that's right? The decimal for 7 is here. We moved it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. The decimal for 1.63 is between the 1 and the 6. We needed 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here's your video homework. On each one of these problems, you're going to change the form. So, like for number 1, you're going to say, oh, that's in scientific notation. I have to change to standard form. And for number 2, oh, that's in standard form, so I have to change to scientific notation. And have a lovely evening.